a woman's brain is a composition of an explosive activity. Everything is linked together. The income, the house, the family, friends, school, children, everything is linked together. A woman's brain is composed of a complex activity of all the boxes linked together as one. Hello guys, welcome to Epic Tube Moments. My name is Fred and I'm the usual anchor here on this channel. So it's getting very close to Christmas and I can actually feel that in the air. So let me be the first one to wish you guys a very wonderful Christmas celebration. Merry Christmas guys, and a prosperous 2025. It's just very close by, okay? So let me be the first one to wish you guys here on Epic Tube Moment. Let's just pray and be very hopeful things just fall in place, man. We have a lot of plans. Personal plans, business plans. We have a lot of it, you know, and we don't just want to relent. So I just want to wish you guys the best of luck in all you do. So welcome to my channel, welcome to my hustle, and if you are a new subscriber, please, I'm very grateful. And also if you're just coming here for the first time, please, I'll just want you to just leave your likes, leave your comments, and if you want to help us, you can share our videos. Okay, it goes a long way that we can even explain on this channel. It goes a long way to helping us, because I wouldn't be doing this if there's no end goal in mind. I'm doing this for something. One, I'm doing this to be very, content conscious, to give out something that I want a lot of people to learn from. Secondly, this should be like a business, an income. So I just want you guys to, help me, help a brother. A lot of you guys just watch 2 minutes into the content, just drop it. Help me. And even if you're not watching, just allow it play. Allow the video play to the end. It gives me a lot of traction. So I want to thank you guys for even trying to watch. Most people just get to see a thumbnail and they just flip through. It's not easy, getting to this point that I've gotten, and I'm really grateful. Today, I want to talk about something that I know a lot of people want to hear, okay? I want to talk about the differences between men and women. Don't go, please. Just stick. It's going to be a very wonderful discussion today. I would have loved to have someone who comes in today so we can actually just go through that, get some interview, and just place this correctly. We are going to have a continuation of this, but I just want you guys to listen. There are a lot of things going on between this individual called a man and this individual called a woman. A lot of things going on. And I want us to just sit down and listen to where you may be going wrong as a man and where also you probably may be going wrong as a woman. We are not the same. I keep saying this in most of my videos. A man is completely different from a woman. Physically, hormonally, biologically, and physiological. We are different. If you go into how we think also, we are different. How we act, communicate, interact. We are completely different. A lot of people still do not get this. So before we go into the nitty-gritty properly, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Prof from Equatorial Guinea, Mr. Ebang, who has been released. And straight away, Mr. Ebang is just living his life. There is just no complaints for this young man. He's happy. He doesn't look like he's bored. Mr. Ebang doesn't appear to look like anything has gone wrong. Mr. Baltasar Ebang Egonga, he doesn't look like he's bothered. There is this phrase that most people use: the street has nothing to offer. There is nothing in the street. That phrase does not apply to men. Okay? Men are not in the street. Women, unfortunately, are always in the street. Those in the streets are those who are looking for men who are single or maybe sometimes married. Men are not in the street looking for women. Men are in the streets to have fun. Women are in the street to find men to make a purpose out of what they want in life. That's the difference. So while in the street trying to have fun, men could actually get to find someone that makes a lot of sense, and they decide to take it seriously. But men are not really in the streets to find love, as it were. We're going to get into that, okay? In the course of trying to explain the differences between men and women, we will get into why men are also in the street. There's a part of men that takes them to the street. Is that a female bag behind him? And guess who actually approaches him first? Not the men coming there to say, bro, nice one. The bro code, very strong, man. You're doing the right. Like, no men actually. It's a woman still trying to play around him with a phone, still trying to tempt this man. One thing that really baffles me with the story when it came out, the part that I got to hear that the population of the country of Equatorial Guinea is 1,600. And apparently, Mr. Ebang, the prof, went through, like a dangerous driver, went through with over 400 women. This man must have actually gone into the happy place, very close to half of the population of Equatorial Guinea. Wow, that's a big record. It's just like saying VDM in Nigeria who has actually come out several times to say, a lot of your girlfriends are in my DM. A lot of your wives are in my DM. VDM has said it. A lot of women like VDM. They like him for his courage. They like him for his fearlessness. So they are always in his DM. These women, they're there. But he said he's a good man. He won't do that. And VDM goes to the happy place with 70 million women. That would be a world record. So that is actually likened to what this man has actually done in Equatorial Guinea. We wish him well here from Epic Tube Moment, and that he doesn't break any more records. So let's just go into the nitty-gritty of the topic today. The differences between a man and a woman. The differences between that husband you have, that boyfriend you have, and yourself, if you are a female. The composition of a man's brain and the composition of a woman's brain. We're going to be displaying the visuals of all these things here, so you get to understand exactly what we're trying to portray. A lot of you probably may say it differently. I just want to see how we can just give out information that makes sense. You can also go in the comment section and try to explain yourself. If you're in the medical field, a doctor and what have you, you can also leave a very good contribution to what we're saying here in the comment section. Or if you have a very vast idea of how men and women are different, you can also leave that in the comment section. It will go a long way to help our viewers who have come here to learn what we're discussing today. The brain of a man and the brain of a woman are completely different. For some of you, you know, but some of you may not know the distinctions, complete distinctions within the brain of a man and a woman. The brain of a man is made up of boxes. Boxes, 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 boxes. And these boxes do not touch each other. These boxes are completely distinct and separate, properly arranged. If a man is trying to execute anything, he brings one box at a time, discusses it, executes it, finalizes it, and puts it back carefully. If he wants to go through the next box, he brings the next box out, executes it, finalizes it, and puts it back gently, quietly. That is the composition of a man's brain. A man's brain is made up of boxes. And in all these boxes, the man executes it, finalizes it, goes into operation with each of the boxes, and replaces it back gently in such a way that this box does not touch this box. And in a man's brain also, the boxes are not interrelated. The school box is completely different. The income box is completely different. The work box is completely different. The family box is completely different. Friends box or friendship, completely different. Interaction box, completely different. Listening, communication, and all of these things in a man's brain are completely aligned differently. They do not mix. And that's why when a man is discussing about income, he is focused on discussing about income. He does not leave what he's discussing on and immediately starts discussing about school or discussing about family. A man is focused on that. Women, and that's why most times when you talk about something with a man, he does not want you to talk about something else. He is focused or fixated on what you guys are talking about. And that's why most times they say men are not multitaskers. Men would want to deal with one thing at a time because their brain is made up of boxes that are individually aligned, separately aligned, distinctly aligned. That's a man for you. For a woman, the contrary is the case. Look at the brain of a woman. Unlike the man's brain where you have boxes fitted separately, in a woman's brain, you have a complex composition of a lot of these inputs. A woman's brain is what you classified as a complex brain. A woman's brain is a composition of an explosive activity. Everything is linked together. The income, the house, the family, friends, school, children, everything is linked together. A woman's brain is composed of a complex activity of all the boxes linked together as one. And that's why women are always known to be multitaskers. A woman can be discussing income. A woman can flip and be discussing children and go into discussing her friends, talking about her mom who stays in the basement. A woman can just be talking about all of these things at the same time because they are complex and complexly mixed together. All these complex activities are powered by her emotions. It's only her emotions that drives all of these things. And that's why women are said to have an emotion attached to everything they do. If a woman is discussing income, there's a part of her emotion that goes into it. If a woman is discussing her family, her emotions are into it. If a woman is discussing the children, woman is discussing school, income, friends, there is a complex input of her emotions in it. And that's why women are multitaskers. If you get to see this next video, you would understand what I'm talking about. Please, I just want you to stick around and understand exactly what we're trying to talk about. A woman can actually get angry because of one thing. And after we watch this video, I will tell you that one thing most women get angry about. Okay? So let's take a look at this video.
I have made it my personal life hobby to study women.
Oh
yes. Oh yes. Women, they don't even know what they want, and they don't realize they don't know what they want. The problem I have with women is women now one species way through a full 1 month, they go through different stages of hormonal change. And each of them comes with mood swings. So the woman where you know when you do ovulation is not the woman where you know when you do period. Sure. Now the same girl, but not different personality.
Yep.
You understand? And she not announce these periods to you. You just wake up, anyone where you meet, that's who she is. That's maybe 1 or 2 days. As you meet. So you are adjusting to the her that you're seeing every day. Yeah. My wife, I don't want to make her the subject of this conversation, but there are mornings where she feel just wake up with quarrel, and even she don't know why she dey quarrel with me. Me, I don't know why she dey quarrel with me. I know say she quarrel, they be like it won't happen. You understand? Now, because I've studied women vastly, when she starts, I go just quiet, because even this storm go end. Because for my head, I don't calculate. I never really do anything this morning. I just wake. You understand? I never really commit.
The only crime was to wake up.
The only thing I don't do this morning is to wake up. You understand? And I wake up, maybe I dey waka around, I don't really they do anything. And she's doing a lot.
Yeah. So that's it. And that is the truth. That is the complete truth. So in as much as I wouldn't want this video to be too long, I still want to make you guys to understand a lot of things that most of you do not understand. When a man decides to take you off the street, the man really, really wants to take you off the street. Do you know how painful it is for a man to go into the street, to take you off the street, and regret years later for taking you off the street into his life? It may be that he has taken you off the streets to better your life, probably give you a job, open a business for you, but not be in his life. But when a man brings you into his life to be his partner, to be his wife, and you change, you completely change from being who he saw you as before he brought you off the street to take over everything that he used to do freely. You've cut away every vital part of him just because you want the vital part of him for yourself. You now make him look very empty. That man will ever regret having you in his life and also taking you off the street. Why am I saying this? After watching this video, there is something I didn't tell you in all the boxes that makes a man's brain. In the man's brain, there is one box that most women do not know about. This box is the only box that makes a man a man. In the brain of a man, as you can see so, there is a box that is the most important in a man's brain. Do you know what that box is? The box is called the nothing box. There is a box in a man's brain that is called the nothing box. The nothing box. You have the income, children, friends, work, family, interaction, communication, listening, all of that in a man's brain. There's also the nothing box. When you go into this box, there is actually nothing in this box. This box is that part of a man where nothing is happening at that particular time. At that time, this man is taking his peace very seriously. Women, how many times have you heard men say, I need my peace. I just want my peace. Woman, I need my peace. Please, anytime I come back home, I just need my peace. He is talking about the nothing box. I just want you guys to understand today. That nothing box is that time where the man wants to hold the remote and do nothing. And just flip through channels. Flip through channels. Just do nothing. That nothing time is when most men in western part of the world go fishing. Definitely they are not going to catch any fish, but they're just sitting down there trying to do nothing. That is the nothing box. That point where a man decides to sit with you in the house and still do nothing. The nothing box is when you talk to your man and he is not listening. He is in that nothing box. If you give a woman 1 minute to go into a man's nothing box, the first thing she will just realize is the nothing box is too empty. Sweetheart, why can't we have a picture there? Why can't we have a flower vase here? The man is saying, no, this is my nothing box. This is my space. This is my peace. I don't need those pictures. I don't need flower vase. I just need to be alone. And that's why most men will say, okay, I just want to be alone. Women do not know that. So the second video you just watched here, he just woke up. The only thing he has done wrong is waking up and doing nothing. And guess what? Women hate to see their men do nothing.
I wake up, maybe at the waka around and not really they do anything, and she's doing a lot.
And the best part of a man's life is to be in that nothing box. We're not saying for the most part men are not productive. We're not saying men are not hustlers. We're not saying men are not, physically out there to hustle for their family. What we're saying is, after all of these things, there's that nothing box that a man takes very, very seriously. Very seriously, the nothing box. So when a man is in his nothing box, that most of you women do not know about today, that nothing box, allow him to be until he comes out of it. Allow him to be. He goes into the nothing box, does nothing, leaves nothing, closes nothing, produces nothing, and comes out nothing. At that point, when you're trying to have a normal communication with your man, please, if he's in the nothing box at the time, let him be. How do you know he's in the nothing box? That's when you try to talk to him, he's not listening. Allow him. Ask him if there would be a better time, because a lot of you women want to talk about everything at the same time. And sometimes when I get to look at a woman, I pity, because I am not at that time ready to hear all of these things. Women are wired to talk 24 hours. And guess what? Because of the complex nature of a woman's brain, if a woman does not talk for 24 hours, if she doesn't let it out, the brain will explode. That's why men go out of the nothing box most times to just give them that listening ear. If you don't give a woman that listening ear just to deflate a little some of those complex energy from that brain, it will explode. It will definitely explode. So that's it. This video has just given us the idea that sometimes you don't need to do anything wrong in the house and a woman actually picks at you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything wrong. She picks at you because most time you are in that nothing box. A man's brain and a woman's brain do not act alike. In as much as women are multitaskers, they think all of these things at the same time. Men are not like that. This goes to explain how men also interact, how men also handle their matters. Men take relationships very seriously, especially if they've made you their wives. A man and a woman are completely different. And also the needs of a woman, very important. The needs of a man, very important. Despite our differences, we could actually still forge on to become like a stronger force and having a better family. So this is what I just wanted to bring to you guys today. And I'm really, really happy we could actually do this. And I want to thank you guys for coming on my show. Just like I said, please, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'm very, very happy you guys will come back. I'll be very happy to also see you guys next week when I come up with a very powerful episode and our powerful content. And I'll see you guys next week. Twale.